Every story appears ordinary until you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is a story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides on political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
CoreTV News on the hour. I am Frank Omalape. As tension mounts in Ekiti over spates of violence that have already claimed one life, the state governor currently Fayemi and Governor-elect Ayo Fayoshi have engaged in words over their individual roles in the mayhem. Rashid completes the story.
The dust raised by the violent crisis is still unsettled as many continue to count their losses. The two leading political figures in the state, Governor Fayemi and Governor-elect Ayo Fayoshi, however, chose to settle for the blame game. Fayemi, in his submission, wants Fayoshi held solely responsible for the disruption of peace in the state, an accusation Fayoshi described as a figment of Fayemi's imagination.
Ayo Fayoshi should be solely and primarily held responsible for what is happening in the state. This state has witnessed an unprecedented level of peace over the last 4 years.
I will continue to accord that office all the respect, and I will not want to join issues with him. So, but I don't want to join issues like I said. He owns his mouth to run it if he wants to run it. You understand?
The blame game continues as what could pass for washing dirty linings rages on. The two leading political actors make reference to earlier disruptions of proceedings at the venue of the Election Petition Tribunal.
If you disagree with a ruling or a judgment, since you submitted yourself to the processes of the courts and you have allowed representation in the courts, you appeal the process. That's known.
Their target is to make sure that the inauguration doesn't take place. That is their target. So having failed in the backdoor arrangements in the courts, they've resorted into self-help.
Not yet done with each other, Fayemi and Fayoshi also took up the integrity question.
You can tell that to the Marines that he was not there. He knew what happened. I know what happened. The chief judge knew what happened. All the people who were affected knew what happened. So, and everybody knows his antecedents.
If we have not been working hard to calm the fray now, this place will still have been burning. So for me, my duty is to ensure we have peace.
With few days to the October 16th handing over date, the sound bites from Ekiti are already sounding like the drum beats of war. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado Ekiti.
Unknown gunmen have shot dead a prominent member of the Zao Emirate Council in Kaduna, Kabiru Buhari. Police said his body was discovered in a car on Friday evening by a combined security and community search team at his farm on the outskirts of Kaduna. He was said to have gunshot wounds on his head. A spokesman of the Zao Emirate, Ahmed Aliyu Idris, told journalists that the late Buhari left the council meeting at about 5 p.m. on Thursday, but his family said he didn't sleep at home. The influential leader was shot dead in an area that has in recent times witnessed several attacks and unresolved assassinations. The Southern Cardinal Coalition says over 200 people have been killed and 4,000 displaced after more than 53 attacks in Kaori, a local government area of the state. A group claims that all the attacks in the area were carefully planned and executed between 2011 and 2014. Members of the coalition also insisted at a press conference in Abuja that the authorities have done little or nothing to stop the attacks.
What we have now is a very serious situation in Southern Kaduna that needs deep and proper information gathering, intelligence gathering, so that they can scope and stop those people coming from wherever to come to kill people. You don't just sit back and say and make some policy statements or some political statements and expect it to you wish it away. It can't go anywhere. So we need them to do that which is proper and right to stop the killings in Southern Kaduna. You live in a community, and if government is trying to tell us that they're incapable of taking care of their people, they should say so. You can't ask me to leave my area and go to somewhere else. It's not done anywhere in the world. I've never heard it before.
A chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, Chidi Odinkalu, is holding the authorities accountable for the bloodletting in southern Kaduna. This, according to him, is because there is no visible effort to stop the violent killings. He said these on the sidelines of a presentation by the affected communities in Abuja.
Now, that killings are taking place within the state that hosts the most capable division of the Nigerian army says something is wrong. And you see, you're not talking about one person being killed or two people being killed or three people. Post-election violence, over 1,000 people were killed. Since then, as you heard this morning, over 4,000 people have been killed, 53 attacks, right? Tens of thousands of people displaced. And now we're going into political season. We did not have elections in Kaduna between 2011 and now. And over 4,000 people have been killed and over tens of thousands of people displaced. So can you imagine what could happen if we had the excitement of a political election season engrafted onto that? And that is why this is happening. That's why people are raising, the inhabitants of southern Kaduna are raising concerns, because the omens are not good at all. The easiest way to stop it is get the elected politicians interested in stopping it, because they know who is doing it. So there's an elected governor. There is an elected senator and elected senators. There are elected members of the House of Representatives. There are elected members of the House of Assembly. What are they doing? Why are they allowing their voters to be wiped out?
The Federal High Court will on September 30 entertain arguments on the suit filed by former Deputy Governor of Adamawa State, Balang Galari, to nullify his purported resignation. The former Deputy Governor wants the court to stop the October 11 by-elections in Adamawa and order his reinstatement. Presiding Judge Adeni Ademola is to hear all the applications and a substantive matter on the same day to ensure speedy dispensation of the case.
Just that the court has adjourned the matter to Tuesday for hearing of all applications together with the substantive matter. And that's what we are coming to do on Tuesday before the court. So that the court will determine once and for all whether the deputy governor or the former deputy governor of Adamawa State, Barrister Ngelare, actually resigned or not. Because we are saying he did not resign as required by the Constitution. And after the impeachment of Nyako, or the purported impeachment, he should have been sworn in as the governor of Adamawa State. So we are seeking to stop the elections on October 11. That's what we're seeking to do.
What about on the issue?
We are saying there's no vacancy in Adamawa State. There's no vacancy.
On the issue of jurisdiction?
That's what the court wants to take together with the substantive matter. So if the court decides in our favor, then there will be no elections in Adamawa State. If the court decides in their favor, the elections will go on.
Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola says the independence of the judiciary is a fundamental requirement for the sustenance of democracy and democratic governance in Nigeria. Fashola spoke against the backdrop of a recent judgment which pronounced financial autonomy for the judiciary. Says he is for an independent judiciary, but the decision must be tested in court so that the challenges created with the judgment can be addressed. Fashola says the issue of the practicality of the judgment needs to be worked on so as to ensure its implementation, which he says is not a major issue. He also assured all Lagosians that the issue of the collapsed building belonging to a religious organization will be addressed, promising that justice will be done on the matter. He says the government has put machinery in motion to ensure that the matter is effectively tackled, disclosing it took his intervention for those impeding initial rescue operations at the site to be dislodged. You're watching CoreTV News on the Hour. We'll take a short break. We're back with more stories after this time out. Stay with us.
What are the people saying? Governments of today, they are taking Nigerians into a rat.
Policy should be targeted to the general public.
I mean, there's a law guiding the state. If you break the rules, you should be punished.
It's like somebody who has headache. Something happened. Earlier, you take action.
I know that you are going to win. I sure.
There are two sides of the coin. When you pay a lot of tax to the pox of the government, you expect nothing but a colossal failure.
You can still have more, eh? And we still have trust in our boys, eh? Thank you, eh?
Give them the subsidy to enjoy Nigerian resources. Nigeria are shorting. Nigeria are suffering. The masses are suffering. They should fear God.
Tell them that they don't turn this Nigeria to Sodom and Gomorrah. By the name of God, we will conquer them.
The People, only on CoreTV News.
Goodluck Jonathan on Saturday vowed that the People's Democratic Party would recapture Edo and Rivers State in the 2015 and 2016 general and governorship elections in the two states. President Jonathan disclosed these at the PDP South-South Unity Rally held at the Samuel Ogbemedia Stadium in Benin, the Edo State capital. Present at the rally were the governors of Cross River, Delta, Bayelsa, and Abia State. Also present were the Senate President David Mark, Victor Udomaegba, ministers from the South-South, and top functionaries of the party. The president stated that all the states in the South-South geopolitical zone were dominated by the PDP at the inception of the democratic governance in the country, and the party would do all it could to get the state back under its leadership. The president commended members of the party in Edo and Rivers, currently dominated by the All Progressive Congress, for remaining faithful to the party despite the situation in their state of origin. He officially welcomed a former leader of the APC, Tommy Kimi, and other former members of the party, including National and State Assembly members, back into the fold of the PDP. Still in Benin, President Jonathan said the country has reduced its poverty rate by 50%. Jonathan said this while speaking at the South-South People's Democratic Party political rally in Benin, tagged Unity Megu Rally. He also said that the PDP as a party believes in stomach infrastructure because the party must ensure that there was food security and job creation in the country, noting that any leader who claimed not to believe in stomach infrastructure was not ready to lead. He described the PDP as the only stable party since its formation that had never changed its name, logo, or motto, adding that it is the only party that gives its members the freedom to climb to the highest level. He said that all the nation needed was unity and gave the assurance that although all the roads could not be rehabilitated at once, his administration would continue to improve on all infrastructure in the country. PDP chairman Adamu Moazo described the president as a bridge builder and unifying factor. He reassured that all the factors to the party would be integrated into the party without bias. The chairman of the board of trustees of the party, Tony Anini, said the zone had every reason to be proud of its contribution to national development. He added that the zone also made sacrifice to keep the country together as well as contributed to the economic growth. The ECOWAS Coordinating Ministerial Group on Ebola virus disease is seeking an urgent mobilization of security forces of member states to strengthen the regional response and interventions against the disease. This is the key recommendation in a communique issued at the end of its meeting in Ghana. The ministerial group, headed by Ghana's Health Minister, Kwaku Agyeman Mensah, recommended that the armed and security forces should, among others, provide medical personnel and alongside, as well as mobilize military engineers regiment to set up Ebola treatment centers in countries in the sub-region. The ministers will consider the report of the just ended two-day meeting of the ECOWAS Technical Monitoring Surveillance Group on Ebola response. Also called for adequate financial incentives for health personnel already on ground in member states. In addition, the ministerial group urged ECOWAS to deploy a delegation from West African Health Organization to support national coordination effort in countries affected by the disease. Now, away from that now, the Road Safety Corps has admonished Nigerians to be more conscious of their lives and that other road users by being careful and adhering to road signs. This came as Ember months in which the country records high cases of road mishaps sets in. Omotayo Alo has the rest of the story.
The last 4 months of the year, popularly called Ember months, is known for several occurrences of accidents and other road mishaps.
Increased activities and other festivities, which is significant to increased movements of people and goods, are reasons why accidents are high. The Director General of the Imo State Civil Guard Corps, Donatus Ejijuga, assures citizens of a traffic-free road, especially in the Ember months.
We want to put sanity in town. We want to make sure that Owerri is safe, and the traffic control in Owerri is okay.
Aside from traffic gridlock, past events have recorded more accidents and loss of lives on our highways. Drivers at one of the parks in Owerri say they try to be extra careful during this period.
Taking of alcohol is not good for every driver. Then the third one is be very patient, not if you just drive like a mad somebody. So I would say all these things are one of the things every driver, every road user is supposed to have in mind when you come out of your house.
Once you are living in your house in the morning, you have to pray hard. You know, say normally anything in per month, we always have anything temptation of all those things, all those spiritual, all those killing of a thing. So we believe as we are going on the road, if you come out in the morning, you pray hard.
Some passengers who commented attributed their safety to God, in addition to keeping close tabs on the drivers.
You know, during per month, a lot of things that don't happen, always happen, but all we do is to pray and ask God to protect us.
You make sure you always put on your seat belt. That's it.
The only thing is for us to advise the drivers to take it easy.
Driving one way, trying to go to Port Harcourt or Onitsha in 2 hours time or in hours time, everybody have to be careful so that there'll be no more accidents during Ember months.
The sector commander, Federal Road Safety Corps Imo State, Yusuf Salami, stated that recklessness and disobedience to traffic laws by road users is responsible for road mishaps and not some imaginary enemies.
The CoreTV is working on speed limit devices. We are working on that in such a way that you see all commercial vehicle operators will install it in their vehicle. And once they regulated it, no matter how they press their pedal, the vehicle will not move more than the required speed limit if it is on the expressway of 100 km/h. And once you do that, we believe that that high level percentage that has been contributed to road traffic crash as a result of speed violation will reduce, and all the related offences that are around there that lead to road traffic crashes will reduce.
Available statistics of increased accidents during the Ember months has necessitated such campaigns so as to reduce the rate of accidents.
This part of the year, popularly referred to as the Ember month season, is associated with a lot of accidents and road mishaps. Security operatives say individuals are actually responsible for the major evils that happen on the road. Their message to them is to take their lives more seriously and adhere to traffic rules and regulations. Omotayo Alo, CoreTV News, Owerri.
Indeed, a good message there to road users. And away from that now, online shopping in Nigeria has taken an interesting dimension with a lot of friendly offers. VConnect, a global and information service provider, has added a new product to each area of online services by giving away a RAM for 5,000 naira only this festive period. Take a look at the report. The face of a winning team, determined to put a smile on the faces of its numerous clients this festive season, VConnect Global Services Limited is offering 10 RAMs for 10 lucky winners of families to celebrate Eid-el-Kabir this season with just a token of 5,000 naira as against the market price of 40 to 50,000 naira. The gesture, according to the CEO, the banker Rostaji, is aimed at making the season memorable.
Deals is about great, amazing grabs. So in the local market, there are a lot of businesses who have products and services, and what if you can grab these at better prices? So that's what VConnect Deals is all about. And these great grabs, we come up with them, promotions on a regular basis. We have come up with promotions on speakers, on various other electronics items, and this is the one time we thought, well, how about we come up with a promotion on RAM? Nobody can imagine a RAM going online, selling via e-commerce.
To grab this mouth-watering offer, the procedure is simple.
Just go on Google, search for RAM 5,000 naira deal. RAM 5,000 naira deal. You will see us. Click on our page. You will directly go to the deal, which is on deals.vconnect.com. Over there, you register. There's a grab button where you can grab this opportunity. Register yourself. Tell us why you should get this RAM at 5,000 Naira, and we take it ahead.
VConnect, which is purely a product service brand, was established in 2011. It has grown over the years with about 1 million businesses registered on the site. With its new products to the brand, to sell RAMs online, it seems VConnect has provided another innovation in the online shopping business in Nigeria.
VConnect actually has been in the business of providing information for more than 3 years now, and we just simply dive into the e-commerce platform newly. I mean, just less than a couple of months. But it's also important for us to know the mind of the customer. There are many businesses out there that are doing something similar in the e-commerce platform. In fact, it's getting really convoluted now. But in order for us to stand out, we need to have, like I said, a good understanding of what the market is. We have a lot of customers already, a lot of users already, and we have a one-on-one interaction with them. So it has given us the edge. That's why we know exactly how to capture their attention by giving them a unique offer.
Some of the team members who spoke about the new service and offer gave reasons why the offer is for everyone.
This, we feel it's a season where we can actually appreciate our users for always being there with us. So that is why we now thought of this is a season, it's a happy season where people celebrate with their family.
Someone that wants to buy a ram but is thinking, why don't I buy chicken or buy something else? So by giving lucky people, lucky Muslims there, and people that want to celebrate Salah in a big way, by giving them a chance to live their dream and celebrate with their family and their friends with this unique offer.
Given the advantage of the offer and the comfort of delivering the RAM to the comfort of lucky winners at home, VConnect may just be creating a memorable Eid al-Kabir celebration. Frank Omanape, CoreTV News, Lagos. You're still watching CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take another break now. We'll be back with more stories in sport and outside Nigeria. Stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Sport now. Nigeria under-17 national side, the Golden Eaglet, yesterday produced a 5-star performance at the UJ Houston Stadium to book their place in the 2015 African under-17 Championship in Niger. The Golden Eaglets overturned a 2-1 deficit suffered in Gabon a fortnight ago to qualify on a 6-2 aggregate after whitewashing Gabon 5-0. Coach Emmanuel Aminike salutes his players for a good show and promised the team will retain the championship in Niger. Outside Nigeria now, United States and its allies have launched more airstrikes on the Islamic State fighters in Syrian town of Kobane on the Turkish border. Warplanes circled through Friday night and explosions were heard in the early hours of Saturday. Kurdish fighters have been defending the town from an advancement by state militants. There has been no word from the US-led coalition on whether it carried out airstrikes in the area. Kobane has become a flashpoint over the past week as an estimated 140,000 civilians have fled the town and surrounding areas. The situation has been tense with Turkish troops trying to prevent Turkish and Syrian Kurds crossing the border to help defend the town. Overnight, the head of the U.S. Armed Forces says airstrikes in Syria were damaging the jihadist group, but said air power alone was not enough to defeat the militants. A UK-based activist group, the Observatory for Human Rights, says the airstrikes continued on Saturday in Syria, with it targeting the central province of Homs hit for the first time. One of India's most colorful and controversial politicians, Jairam Jayalalithiya, has been sentenced to jail for 4 years on corruption charges in a case that has lasted for 18 years. The chief minister of the southern state of Tamil Nadu was found guilty of amassing wealth of more than 10 million $10 million US, which was unaccounted for. She has to pay a $16 million US fine and resign as chief minister. A former actress, her life has been marked by a series of high and lows. The verdict was delivered by a special court in Bangalore amid tight security. Jayalalita, along with 3 others, was sentenced to an immediate jail term and was due to be sent to Parapana Agrahara prison in Bangalore. But she, however, complained of chest pains and discontent after the verdict was delivered and was sent to the prison hospital for assessment. Many Indians will applaud the conviction of Tamil Nadu's chief minister after years of evading justice in the hope it is another move towards cleaning up the country's notoriously criminalized political system. India's Supreme Court has tightened the news disqualifying from office any prime minister convicted of a serious crime and ordering fast-track trials to prevent them using their influence to string things out. Well, that will be a wrap on CoreTV News at this time. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. I'll see you again.